Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read the Teachings of Lord Kapila, the book by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Chapter 9, Purifying the Mind for Self-Realization. Continuing. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 3.9, Yagyarthat karma nonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Quote, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work binds one to this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain unattached and free from bondage. Unquote. When people are in the modes of passion and ignorance, they perform vikarma. They do not care for their future lives, and they are habituated to eating anything and everything, just like hogs. They do not care for the shastric injunctions, and they are totally irresponsible. They're just like street boys who have no education and do not care for anything. Such urchins do whatever they like, for their fathers and mothers do not care for them. Life in ignorance, tamaguna, is such a careless life. People simply act unlawfully, not considering the results of their actions. They act for sense gratification, and actually they take pleasure in committing sins. In Calcutta, I have seen people taking pleasure in cutting the throats of chickens and laughing when the chicken jumps and flaps about. Sometimes in Western countries, students are taken to slaughterhouses just to see how the cows are butchered. In this age, people take pleasure in committing all kinds of sins. They have no brains to see that this body is temporary and full of suffering. They are completely in the mode of darkness, just like the animals they slaughter. There may be many animals in a pasture, and if one takes an animal aside and cuts its throat, the other animals will simply stand, look, and continue eating grass. They do not realize that the next time they may be slaughtered. The people in Kali Yuga are in the same situation. But the Krishna consciousness movement is trying to give these rascals a little sense. We are saying, don't remain animals, become human beings. In the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna bhuli se jiva anadi bahirmukha ata eva mayatare deya samsara dukkha. Quote, forgetting Krishna, the living entity has been attracted by the external feature from time immemorial. Therefore, the illusory energy, Maya, gives him all kinds of misery in this material existence. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 21:117. When one forgets his relationship with Krishna, he acts in a very foolish way, and Maya gives him one misery after another. It is also stated, Maya mugdha jivera nahi svata Krishna jana jivere kripaya kaila Krishna Veda Purana. Quote, the conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own endeavor, by his own effort, by out of causeless mercy. Lord Krishna compiled Vedic literatures and its supplements, the Puranas. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 2122. So, but out of causeless mercy, Lord Krishna compiled the Vedic literatures. The Vedic literatures, the Vedanta, Upanishads, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and many others, should be utilized if we wish to become free from the contamination of Tamaguna and Raja Guna. The whole world is revolving due to Kama and Lobha. Kama means lusty desire, and Lobha means greed. People cannot have enough sex or money, and because of this, their hearts are filled with contaminations, which have to be cleansed by hearing, repeating, and chanting. Human life is meant to get rid of anarthas, unwanted things. But where is the university or college where the science of purification is taught? The only institution is this Krishna Consciousness Society. Krishna is within the heart, and the contaminations are also there. But Krishna will help us cleanse them. Nasta praveshva badreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Srimad-Bhagavatam 1.2.18. We must regularly hear Srimad-Bhagavatam and chant Hare Krishna. These are the two processes recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur was chanting 300,000 holy names a day, but we have fixed the number at 16 rounds. Nonetheless, we are so unfortunate and fallen that we cannot even perform them. We should not waste our time reading and talking nonsense, but should engage in the study of Srimad-Bhagavatam. Our time is very valuable, and we should not waste it. Chanakya Pandit has said, Ayusa kshana ekopi nalabhya svarna kotibhi. We may live for 100 years, but not one moment of these 100 years can be returned, not even if we are prepared to pay millions of dollars. We cannot add a moment, nor can we get a moment back. If time is money, we should just consider how much money we have lost. However, time is even more precious because it cannot be regained. Therefore, not a single moment should be lost. Human life should be utilized only for chanting and reading Vedic literatures. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is publishing many books so that people can utilize their time properly by reading them and make their lives successful. Not only should we read Srimad-Bhagavatam, but we should also serve the person Bhagavatam, one whose life is nothing but Srimad-Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. By this process we can attain the stage of Bhagavad Bhakti. But first, we must get rid of all these anarthas, unwanted things. Presently we are wasting our time thinking, this is my country, this is my nation, this is my body and my family, and so on. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. We can vanquish all these false conceptions when we come to the platform of Sattva Guna. Then we will not be disturbed by Tamaguna or Rajaguna. nor by kama or lobha, lust and greed. This is the Vasudeva platform. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Lord Kapila Deva in the next verse points out the results that follow the successful completion of this purificatory process. We're going to stop here for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website shravanamdiaries.com and we shall continue next episode. Hare Krishna.